When you graduated high school, did you know how to change a flat tire on your car? How to balance your checkbook or understand exactly how a lease agreement works? If you did, props to you. Because with that being said, my next question is, did you learn those skills in high school? Today, I will be talking about the importance of everyday life skills being brought into the curriculum taught in high school by first talking about what they teach now and how it doesn't help with real-world issues once a student graduates. Also, the life skills that each person has to learn sometime in their life. And lastly, how certain curriculum being placed into schools could tremendously help kids thrive in life after high school. In school, you learn to use math equations for success on tests and homework, how to write a long essay using scholarly references, and how a chemical reaction works and which chemicals don't go well together. Yes, those things are very essential to learn in order to have success in college. According to the College Board's Big Future page, colleges look for a number of past classes in English, math, history, science, foreign language, and arts. These classes will help a student excel in college courses and are very necessary to know the beginning levels of college curriculum. However, what are students expected to do when they are driving their car and the tire goes flat? Or how are they supposed to know how to budget their money or understand the way a credit or debit account works once they've got a job? Along with turning 18, most young people who are about to or have just graduated high school don't even know how to register to vote, let alone cast their vote in a big election. SuccessfulStudent.org expresses a higher need for young people to know and practice their rights. It is essential to know what is going on in the government because that could be what changes one's life. And if they don't know what's going on, they won't get a true chance to show their opinion. Whether you are a student continuing your education in college or just going straight to work after graduation, these and many others are essential things to know in order to survive work safely and appropriately on your own in the real world. The problem is that these simple yet unknown tasks are scarcely taught in schools today. Classes like home ec and woodshop are still taught in some schools, but they only essentially prepare you to cook a meal and build a birdhouse. Students sit in a classroom for 6+ hours a day, and according to the Washington Post, they don't get the necessary skills needed in order to be a self-sufficient adult. Most students will find themselves in predicaments that they may not know how to get out of. Teaching students how to defend themselves verbally or physically can help form who they are as adults and keep themselves out of harm's way. Along with that, teaching students basic people skills like shaking someone's hand, having a civilized conversation, or knowing their audience when they talk in public will get them much farther. Finding yourself ready to go to a job interview, yet not having any idea of what to say, how to act, or how to dress can be terrifying for a freshly graduated prospective working class young adult. Plus, one day in the possible near future, they will have to learn how to run their own household, where their parents aren't going to be cooking their meals and doing their laundry for them. Another crucial skill that young adults and even teenagers need to know is how to act in an emergency. According to the Washington Post, most teens don't know how to deal with insurance issues after an emergency and have never done it with their parents' help. They need to know how to talk to a medical professional and know what to do once they have done so. Things like doctor's visit, co-payments, and other billing issues are sometimes something that a young adult needs to know how to handle once they go to the doctor's office for the very first time by themselves. Along with that, they will be dealing with their own insurance company sometime down the road and will need to know how to use the resources and get the best outcome in an emergency. Although it is not as important as some of the others, time management is also a skill needed in the real world, yet not taught in school. They could get the harsh reality of failure when they don't plan their schedules out correctly, but why not teach them ahead of time so they have the most success that they can get? Students are also losing interest in learning because year after year, their curriculum essentially is a harder version of what they learned in the previous years. Shelley Wright, teacher and author at KQUD News, reports that students in high school and even middle school don't have the curiosity and drive that they once had in their primary years, and that is because schools aren't challenging them enough. in a hands-on working environment. Even if a student is going to a university where they'll be taking college classes around students exactly in the same position, like I mentioned before, it is crucial that everyday life lessons be taught before they go off on their own. One day, they will need to learn these skills, and might as well be sooner than later.